answer, but the ladies have had a magical season that will have a fairy tale ending.
I love the way you wind it, girl. The way you pop, lock, and do it. The way you drop down and do it. I love the way you. I love the way.
Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. Now, here's your host, Allison Gappa.
Welcome to Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Allison Gappa alongside Matt McCullock and Lauren Nevitt and our winning live studio audience who's in there.
We actually have some national champs in studio.
We have members of the women's gymnastics team here in the flesh tonight to watch the show.
We do. And we'll talk with Maile'ana Kanewa, who was a part of that national championship team later on in the show.
And later find out the 19 ways the Sooner baseball team is making an impact in the community.
Also later, me and Matt are going head-to-head in face-off when we tell you our favorite Sooner Sports Pad football guest.
But first up, OU women's gymnastics won the NCAA national championship this past weekend. The Sooners tied Florida with a score of 198.175 to share the title. And Lauren, this is the program's first national championship win in their history. How did they get there?
Yeah, well, women's gymnastics entered the weekend ranked the second best team in the nation, but that's no longer the case as they're the new national champions. The night started to get hot on bars as OU matched last year's squad with the program's best ever bars score at an NCAA championship. That's a score of 49.5 on beam. For the second event in a row, OU hit another program best score, but OU wasn't done breaking records just yet. On floor, the Sooners were basically flawless and didn't score less than a 9.9, and go figure, they set another best score to take home the national championship.
Of course they did. You know, it's hard to believe that this is the program's first national championship with all the great teams that they had in the past. But, you know, honestly, I think this could be the first of many for head coach KJ Kindler. Haley Skaman, Maile'ana Kanewa, and Chase Cap are all returning next year, along with many others. You know, with such a young squad like this one who's been fortunate enough to taste the sweet taste of a championship, you've got to imagine that they'll be hungry for more next season. So, hey, great job, ladies. Great job.
And OU senior Taylor Spears won the Balance Beam National Championship in individual competition. She wasn't the only successful Sooner in there. Lauren, who else was successful in individual competition?
Well, that's right. On Sunday, senior Taylor Spears was named the 2014 NCAA champion on balance beam, and she was OU's first women's gymnastics national champion since 1988. That's more than 25 years.
Yeah, it is.
She nailed the very last routine of the day to end a monumental weekend for OU gymnastics, and a couple of teammates got to join Spears on the podium. Haley Skaman and Maile'ana Kanewa earned national runner-ups on floor with a score of 9.95. And the duo wasn't done for the night as they also made the podium on vault, with Skaman finishing third and Kanewa fourth.
Not too bad. Good job, ladies. Well, switching gears now to the diamond. The Sooners hold a 3-game cushion over the second-place Texas Longhorns after taking 2 of 3 games from them over the weekend. The Longhorns blanked the Sooners 9-0 in Game 2. But how would the team respond on Saturday?
How?
With a shutout of their own. That's right. They came out swinging, literally. Run-rolling Texas 8-0 in 5 innings. That's how you respond right there. The team returns to the field on Tuesday against Central Arkansas right here starting at 5.
Very nice. Well, OU baseball took on West Virginia this weekend. On Thursday, the Sooners were actually shut out by the Mountaineers, 7-0. Not a good way to start out this series. On Friday, there was a little more hope for Sooner hitting when junior catcher Mac James belted a 2-run homer for a 5-3 win over the Mountaineers, snapping a 5-game home losing streak. But OU just can't close out the weekend, and on Saturday, OU watched their 4-run lead disappear as they allowed 9 straight runs and a 9-5 loss. That kind of hurts. Oklahoma is now 25-16.
Well, the second installment of this year's women's tennis Bedlam series saw a much different outcome this weekend.
What happened?
As the ladies close out the last of their home matches, winning this one 4-3 over Oklahoma State on Saturday. Whitney Ritchie showed her singles dominance, taking her match in straight sets. But the real hero was junior Abby Melrose, who clinched the victory for the Sooners, taking a 7-6 win in the final set. The team heads to the Big 12 Championships in Fort Worth, Texas, beginning on Thursday.
All All right. Well, number 2, OU men's tennis took home their 3rd straight Big 12 regular season title with a win this weekend, 6-1 over OSU. Freshman Andrew Harris got his 16th victory of the season, finishing 1st, and Dane Webb earned his 9th straight singles victory. He hasn't lost since the beginning of March. OU sealed the doubles point with wins at the number 2 and number 3 spots.
That's a bedlam sweep for tennis right there.
They've only lost twice this season.
That's incredible. Well, the rowing team did the best they could with the rough waters at the Clemson Invitational over the weekend. Most teams were only able to get one race in, but the 2 teams able to get both races in, the varsity 8 and the second varsity 8, each claimed 4th place in the Invitational amid the rough conditions. So, hey, kudos to them. The team will have a week of practices before they get a shot at defending its Big 12 title, beginning May 3rd.
Well, this weekend, the Sooners hosted their 45th annual John Jacobs Invitational, where lots of records were broken. Riley Rackley set program record in the hammer throw. Her mark is the 4th best in the Big 12 tongue twister. And in javelin, it was a 1-2-3 finish for the women's Sooners, as Liz Hers had the meet record-setting throw and personal best, while Avian Allgood and Ashley Kowalewski finished 2nd and 3rd, respectively.
Yeah, hey, I got some good news there. The men continued the success on the javelin as they too finished 1, 2, and 3.
What a coincidence.
Tyler Renton won the event, setting a school record with 229-foot, 6-inch throw on javelin. That's
a long way.
Yeah, and the record books were wiped clean once again in the 3,000-meter steeplechase, with all 4 Sooners taking the event and proving their all-time top 10 times. It was a record-shattering weekend all across the board for the Sooners.
Well, let me tell you, those hurdles are hard. I used to do those in high school.
I can't do them.
All right, well, thanks so much, guys. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next in Face Off, we'll debate the best place to watch a baseball game at Elldale Mitchell Park. And your trivia for this week, both softball and women's gymnastics are national champions. When was the last time OU had 2 teams as reigning national champs? We'll tell you the answer when we come back. Before the break, we asked you when the last time OU had 2 teams as reigning national champions. The answer, 2000, when football and softball teams won. Well, it's now time for Face Off, where we debate hot topics. I'm joined in this audience by the recently crowned OU Women's Gymnastics National Championship team. Another national championship team here on campus, the OU softball team. So, your first Face Off question. Who's the next men's team to win a national championship? Matt, you're up first.
Well, you know, Lauren, I'm still buzzing from early January. I think I still might be on a sugar high. That's right. I'm picking the football team. Do you like that? I'm picking the football team to bring home the next men's natty. And can you blame me? The defense looks like they may be the best defense in the country next year. The offense, there's hardly any question marks, and they had one of the best recruiting classes in the country. And we got to take a look at the national landscape. Alabama's going to be without McCarron, Texas A&M without Manziel, just to name a few right there. And then real quick, remember that it's going to be a playoff next year, so they just have to be one of the top 4 teams in the country to get a shot.
Yeah, but they're going to end up losing a conference game.
Yeah, I think this year's a different year, though.
All right, well, I'm going with men's tennis for the next national championship. You know why? Because they aren't ranked number 1. They're number 2. When you're ranked number 1, there is definitely a curse there. You never win the national championship. You got to be number 2, like the women's gymnastics team just was, to win the national championship. But men's tennis just won the Big 12 regular season title. They have some of the top players in the nation. They have number 4, Guillermo Alcorta, number 6, Axel Alvarez. They just got a lot of talent there. And like I said earlier, they've only lost twice this season.
They're good.
They're looking good.
All right, what is the best place to watch a baseball game at Elldale Mitchell Park?
Well, you know, besides the hot dogs, the popcorn, and the sweet sound of the bat, going to a baseball game is all about the chatter, and that's why I'm going to be sitting with the Yardbirds. If you guys never heard of the Yardbirds or was ever able to go out there and listen to them, go. They are hilarious. The entire game, they're out there chirping at the opposing team.
They do not stop talking.
They really don't. They are yelling at the batters, trying to get them to swing and miss, and they do, and getting into the pitcher's head to rattle them. You know, they really are the true home field advantage for the Sooners.
Well, I have to go with the outfield hill, the berm. It's all about the atmosphere. You know, you can bring your own cooler with your own refreshing beverages. You don't have to buy it from the stadium. You can get a nice breeze, a nice tan. You have a great view. It's not blocked by a net, and you don't have to listen to the Yardbirds the whole time. That can get kind of annoying sometimes.
Baseball's all about the chatter. Hey, bada bada.
All right, well, the wait for college football is well underway, and until then, we are reflecting on who's been your favorite football Sooner Sports podcast.
Well, we've had so many, and they've all been a blast, but I got to go with Charles Tapper, last week's guest. Oh, yeah. You know, he's such a humble, family-oriented guy. Last week, he brought his mom and his brothers on the show. His mom even got in on all the action, you know, shoving those PB&Js down his throat. But, you know, honestly, it was so good seeing his family, you know, laughing and having a good time, because that is the real reason why we do this right here. We love to see that, honestly. You know, it's good to see people enjoying themselves. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah, well, I got to go with Corey Nelson. Corey Nelson is just a quality guy, you know, always smiling, always positive, and he's a team trooper. He had you feeding him peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and no one knows where his hands have been. He's a team trooper for dealing with you.
Oh, whatever. Oh, my God. Okay. Hey, how you doing, man? Doing good. Yeah.
What a surprise. I knew that you were coming. These two didn't know that you were coming. So here's how it's going to go. Since you decided to show up, we're going to let you pick the face-off winner.
Oh.
All right. Was it Matt or was it Lauren?
I'm gonna go with Lauren. You know?
That's because she picked you, huh? All right.
Is there any bias for that last question?
No.
No, none at all.
None at all.
Okay. All right, it's now time for our tweet of the week. This one coming from the OU Women's Gymnastics Twitter account. So remember when this happened. It really doesn't get much better than that, does it? Well, don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we're featuring the OU Baseball's 19 Ways program and how it's making a difference right here in Norman. Stay with us.
Special thanks to our cornerstone television partners, Chesapeake Energy, WinStar World Resorts, Anheuser-Busch, OU Outreach, OU Alumni Association, OU Medicine, and the OU President's Associates.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pod. OU Baseball head coach Pete Hughes brought a community service program to Norman. Ethan Cook reports on how the baseball team is making an impact in 19 different ways.
Pete Hughes is a fighter. In June, while contemplating the offer to become OU's next baseball coach, he suffered a heart attack, making people wonder if his future in baseball was in doubt. As OU skipper, Hughes is building off of last year's Super Regional appearance, while showing his players how fortunate they are.
He's been great. He's really opened our eyes, making sure we know how blessed we are to play this game, and we go out there and play like that.
Hughes wants his team to have an impact in the community. He started the service project 19 Ways while at Virginia Tech and brought it to OU. The project is in honor of his late mother, a nurse and caretaker who he strives to emulate every day.
Because we're privileged, not entitled, and we want everyone to know that. And at the same time, it helps our guys grow as people, and that's part of it. Coming to college, you try to grow as people. We're not trying to just develop baseball players. We're trying to develop young men.
Recently, the team participated in Shave for the Brave. The players shaved their heads to raise awareness and money for the Versus Cancer Foundation. The team raised more than $28,000, half going to National Childhood Cancer Research and the rest going to Oklahoma Children's Hospital.
There's so many little kids, that look up to us, and we're just regular guys. We're just regular guys out playing baseball every day, playing their game, playing the children's game, and so for those kids that are fighting this battle, they're 10 times stronger than we'll ever be in our lives.
From survivor to provider, Hughes wants everyone to know that this is bigger than baseball. This is about family, or as he says, WAFO. We are family, Oklahoma. Ethan Cook, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks, Ethan. You can catch the baseball team in action all season long right here on Sooner Sports TV. Well, I'm joined by Corey Nelson, and he's going to play Sports Pad Challenge later on. But first up, Matt and Lauren are joined by national champion gymnast Maile'ana Kanewa.
First off, congrats.
Thank you very much.
You were here on our first episode this semester. Now you're on our last. I love it.
Look how that works.
So you guys came so close to winning that championship last year. You finally won it this year. You're the new national champs. Tell me how that feels.
Well, it feels great. It is unbelievable. And, you know, we came so close last year, and we went back in the gym. We worked on all the details. And, you know, I think coming in second really helped us and motivated us to go back in and really do a lot better this year and come out with the title.
Well, that had to be a trip that you'll remember for the rest of your life. I mean, take us a little bit through the experience. Maybe what was the highlight of the whole trip?
Well,
besides winning, some fun maybe.
Well, we had the best meet of our season, and it was at Nationals, and that's the time to do it. So that was a really big highlight. Also, we just had great energy throughout all the competitions, and you know, our team has great chemistry, and I think that really worked for us.
So after the third rotation, you guys were actually in third place behind Alabama and Florida. Did anything kick in the middle of that meet? Anything motivate you?
I didn't know we were in third place at that point. We just kind of kept the energy up, and we just tried to hit our best routines, and that's what we did.
I can tell y'all kept the energy up. Your voice is a little raspy.
Yeah, my whole team kind of sounds like this right now.
Well, how would you describe this championship season for the team, maybe in one word if you had to?
Oh, in one word.
No, I'm putting you on the spot here.
Oh, I don't know. Just magical.
Magical?
Yes.
All right, so now your season is over. Are you doing anything for fun now that you don't have to practice at all hours of the day?
Well, we have a week off, but then we're going to get back in the gym and get back to work for next year.
I love that. Well, you probably dreamt this in your dreams, you know, whenever you signed to come to OU, winning a national championship. How does that compare to actually winning it? What is the differences?
I mean, you can't compare it. I thought that I knew what it was going to feel like, but when it actually happened, it was a whole new level. It was completely different. It was amazing.
So you obviously had some great seniors on your team. What is it going to be like when they're gone? Are you going to step up and take a new leadership position?
Yes, I definitely think that we will. And also our juniors, they're going to have a big role. And I think our seniors set them up perfectly for next year.
Well, you place on the vault and the floor in the individuals, even though you didn't quite win it, you know, how does that help your confidence, you know, going into next season?
I think it really helps my confidence to show that, you know, I could contend for that title, and same with some of my teammates. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really motivating to go back in the gym to work harder to get that next year.
Yeah. Can we expect maybe a repeat next year from the team? Maybe? 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 I think so.
All right, well, thanks, Maile'ana. We have an audience question for you.
We do. This one is coming from McKenna.
How did you first start and what motivated you?
How did I first start gymnastics?
Yeah.
Oh, when I was really little, had a lot of energy and I wanted to try it, so my mom put me in gymnastics.
That sounds like a pretty good answer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't go anywhere, because coming up next in this week's Sooner Sports Pad Challenge, we are playing Egg Roulette. Matt and Lauren versus Corey and Maile'ana. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing a new face, Lauren Nevitt. They're going to get us caught up on all the other action surrounding Norman.
Well, they asked me to rap, but I didn't get mad because I love my job. I'm talking about Sooner Sports Pad.
Fieldhouse leading up to the OU men's basketball exhibition game. All right.
Matthew got a little bitey last week.
I'm sorry, Nevitt.
This is Lauren Nevitt's last Sooner Sports Pad show, and she was watching that video and told me that she was going to cry. We are so thankful for you and all the seniors that work on Sooner Sports Pad. You guys do such a great job week in and week out. So we'll be sad.
I'm going to be sad too. I'm going to miss everyone, and couldn't be happier to get another egg cracked on my head today.
You couldn't have said it better. We're having Egg Roulette as this week's Sooner Sports Pad Challenge. We've got Corey Nelson from the football team. We've got national champion gymnast Maile'ana Kanewa. They're teaming up against Matt and Lauren in Egg Roulette. Guys, how does it work?
All right. Yeah. Just like last time, we have 8 raw eggs out of these 24. some of them are going to end up on our heads. We're going to have to crack them
thrilled.
on each other. If we get a raw egg, it's obviously not going to make a mess.
Yeah.
Or no, if you get a hard-boiled egg, it's not going to make a mess. Whoever has the most hard-boiled eggs at the end wins.
All right, let's get this thing started. Corey and Miley are going first in 3, 2, 1, go.
Who's getting it cracked first?
All right. What is it going to be?
Okay.
Oh, such a gentleman. Oh, first one.
That's not how you want to do this.
You're just getting messy.
All right, Matt, Lauren, your turn.
I will pick one and crack it on your head.
Okay, all right.
Oh, such good luck.
You like that one?
I like that
You
one.
like that one?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
You gotta rub it in there, huh? You gotta rub that in there, huh?
All right, y'all's turn. What are the chances? The first 2, right?
I'm gonna still that.
Okay. You ready? I promise they're not all like this. Okay.
We're not gonna.
Lauren, your turn.
All right, hey, you ready? No. You want to pick it? You want me to pick it? All right, I'll pick it. Let's go orange. I don't think we'll go orange. Come here. Come here. Oh! I'm so sorry.
I promise they're not all like this. Okay, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Don't hate
All right,
me.
we're going speed mode. Go.
Whoa! They can
Hard-boiled. Okay, y'all's turn.
All right.
I know, you're winning.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
I am so mad at
Don't.
All right, these 2 are our winners, Corey and Miley. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.